Welcome all you beautiful people to your Lionsgate portal reading for 8/8 of 2022. The Lionsgate is all about when the sun is in Leo, and it lines up with the star Sirius, with the Orion's belt, and the Earth, which brings in amazing manifesting energy. All of those eights, the eighth house of the zodiac is actually the house of Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto and Aries. So you've got all this power, fiery power that comes in, transformational energy and passion that comes in and is available for this portal for this time. I've also brought out the strength card, which is the number 8 in the major arcana in the tarot. And you can see here, of course, there is a lion on there. And this is about the relationship between our lower self and our higher self, and bringing in this beautiful bridge between the realms. The number 8s and all of the minor arcana represent going to another level. You know, the 8 of fire or the 8 of wands is about energy coming in, messages coming in from spirit. You got the 8 of earth or the 8 of pentacles, which is about stepping up into a new place in the world, whether it's moving from like kind of a apprentice into a master level. And then you have the 8 of air, which would be the 8 of swords, which brings an awareness around our thoughts and our beliefs, those things that have been restricting us within our minds, allowing us to move to a next level. And then, of course, the 8 of water, the 8 of cups, is about leaving behind the emotions that are no longer serving us. So there is this beautiful energy coming in for this portal. And we're going to look into each zodiac sign. And we're going to look in to see, what did you learn over this last year from the last portal opening on August 8th of 2021. And then secondly, we're going to look at what you're leaving behind, what you're surrendering. And then number 3, what's the next step that you're going to head off on? What journey are you going to be looking at for this next year? So we're going to jump into each of the individual zodiac signs, and I'm going to jump into your reading right now. And before we jump into your reading, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that I'm going to be having a drawing once I reach 1,000 or more subscribers on my YouTube channel. I will be having a drawing for 10 1-hour personal readings for 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you considering doing so. And if you do, make sure to click on the little alarm button to be notified and select the all option, so that when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will put out a special video letting you know how you can enter that drawing. So I really appreciate all of you watching, and we'll get into your reading now. All right, Aries, this is your Lionsgate portal reading, and we're going to start off by pulling one card here from the wisdom of the oracle. And just this is what we're going to look at to see, what did you learn, what wisdom did you glean over this last year since August 8th of 2021. So let's give these a shuffle. All right, so for our Aries, what do you want them to know about what they learned over this last year? Okay, I do want that one right here. And you have card number 21, Clean It Up. The elk there with a broom in its mouth, cleaning up the sky. So cleaning up, airing out the mind, right? And we'll see what comes in here with this message. So this is getting to the core of a situation. Freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed, which is kind of what we'll be looking at next, about what you're leaving behind, what you're surrendering. So obviously you did do quite a bit of inner work already, getting to the core of a specific situation that allowed you to let something go that was significantly impacting your energies. It says, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to unnecessary feelings of being overwhelmed. Now's the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So that is what you learned over this last year, is seeing all those things that were drawing your energy away from you. I mean, Aries, you have a lot of fiery energy, so you never have really a lack for a lot of it until it gets invested into things that are expanding the lack in your life, the negative things in your life that you don't want to have in there. So, your amazing energy, wherever you focus, your energy, it grows. And so you realized over this last year, when you looked this way, that thing grew, but when you look this way, that thing grew and that thing shrank. So you really learned to manage your energies over this last year. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. And then we're going to look next here at the Power of Surrender cards to see what you are leaving behind. What are you surrendering as you move into this next year, as you step through this next portal? And one more time. All right, so what do you want Aries to know that they are letting go of? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you've got surrendering your ego. That says cultivating gratitude, being of service to others, and coming from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. And I love that you're cultivating the gratitude as you're letting go of your ego. You're letting go of those things that, like we're talking about, focusing on those things that you thought you needed for yourself and all this stuff in the external world that was just drawing so much of your attention. I almost feel like it was like all this energy going into a black hole. I am seeing a picture of a sun, all the light from it getting sucked down into this black hole. And that's because of what you've learned over this last year. You're able to let your ego go in so many different ways, and you are focusing on gratitude as you go. I kind of feel like the first half of the year last year, from August 8th up 6 months, was that learning lesson of that noticing wherever you were putting your energy. It was what was growing, and then you started to really transform and change your habits of where you were investing your energy into this new place, into this gratitude and thankfulness, focusing on what you do want in your life instead of focusing on what you don't want in your life. That was there. And then I'm going to put these down here. This is kind of going to be like I'm going to put those up here, because this is going to be the portal. This is the portal that you're headed towards, and where you're going in. And then we're going to use these good tarot just to see what your next steps are. What does the Creator and Spirit want you to know about the next steps that you can take as you step one step through this portal into this next year? What are you going to do with this gratitude? So what else do you want our Aries to know, please? Okay, I feel like you have this one here, this one here, and these on each side. So we'll start with this one down here, and you've got transformation. Card number 13. This number would be like the death card in a standard tarot, but it's the rebirth, it's the ending and the new beginning. So this is very fitting. I mean, this transformation that you've made and how you're looking at things and how you're investing your energy is continuing on in big ways as you've really, over this last year, really grasped the ownership of your energy and of your intentions. All this energy, it has this manifesting energy, and whatever you have been focusing on is what is growing. It's like, the summertime when the sun is out, all of the stuff that you planted has just been growing in different ways, whether you planted weeds or you planted nutritious things. Whatever you planted is what has been growing in the past. But this transformation feels so real. It feels so powerful that you have really, like I said, taken ownership of where you're investing your energy. Let's see what else they have here too. Yeah, you have the 10 of Air, which is the 10 of Swords. 10 is endings and new beginnings. And Swords and Air are all about your mentalness. It's your your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And so I liked how when you were cleaning the air over here, when this elk had this broom up in the air, kind of felt like it is clearing of the mind, clearing of these thoughts and these beliefs that you've had for so long. And now you're just ready. They exhausted you. All those things that you were trying to please in the outside world, all those things, that energy you were pouring into a black hole, trying to make everyone else happy, trying to meet all those conditional love laws so you didn't feel like you were in fear of being rejected. All that old stuff, you just grew tired of it. It exhausted you trying to live up to all those, and this is you letting go of that. And I feel like this is a huge part of the transformation, obviously, that's coming through here. Let's take a look over here too. Yeah, 7 of Air. So 7 of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And this is usually the Deceiver card, or the liar card in a way. But because this is your thoughts and your beliefs and your, deceptive thoughts about yourself, these are what you have become aware of. These are the things that you've really been clearing away over this last, I really feel like especially over the last 6 months, you've really zeroed in and cleared things away and have questioned a lot of inner reflection, a lot of getting into the whys around things, and why do I feel this way? Why do I believe that? And questioning what it is you really wanted to invest in, obviously. And then you also have the 2 of Fire, which would be the 2 of Wands. And I love that, because the 2 of Wands message for me is always that it's that awareness that we always have 2 places we can invest our energy. One is into that black hole, which is, the fear of losing the conditional love and all of that of the human physical experience. But we also have that choice of unconditional love, of those beliefs that are of the higher places, of the higher realms. And so every moment you get to invest wherever you're sending your energy, and that is what this is about, is that you get to choose which direction that you are investing your energy. So that is definitely reaffirming the message that we had here for you. We're also going to use these everyday tarot and just get some clarification around this message, around the steps that you're taking and the direction that you're headed here. Just one more time. Okay, what else would you like our Aries to know about the direction that they're heading, the steps that they're taking over this next year? Okay, like those. Any others? Okay, and evidently that one. And since this one made itself known, look at that first. And this is the 9 of Cups, which is, cups are your emotions. And this is one of the few wish fulfillment cards. So this is really like, I feel like with this clearing out of these thoughts and these beliefs that you had, you're really zeroing in on what you want to achieve in this life, and you're discovering what your choice is, right? You're deciding what it is that you want to do, not trying to live up to everyone else's expectations and everyone else's dream for your life. this is the 9. 9s are really like the Hermit card in the Standard Tarot, which is about turning inward. And they go on this journey where they're holding the lantern, which is their higher self, which is that, beautiful being of unconditional love and light. That is their guide that is taking them on their path and bringing them through. So this emotional fulfillment card is coming in, that this is what you're finding from within rather than from the outside. You also have the Chariot card here, which is the choice card. It's all the power of choice that comes in here. And this basically is kind of like this. I'm going to put this over here with this Two of Fire, because this is that every moment of your life, you are having all these fated events that do come into your life on purpose, for a purpose. And it is always up to us. No matter what circumstances come in our way, we get to choose what something means to us. And especially with all the air and sword energy you have here, it's the story that you apply to any situation that comes your way. You get to decide it. Yeah, everyone has their opinion on what it's supposed to mean, but you ultimately get to decide what you want it to mean for you. It also is along the emotional side here, that whatever you're going through, not only you get to choose mentally what story you want to apply to it, you also get to choose what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. And I know when they first told me that, I was like, I don't feel like we're able to make choices. But when Spirit sits you down and shows you your childhood, like everyone else in our lives, every human being had all those popular opinions, like I was saying, that were given to us, and saying that this is what this means when this happens, and this is how you're supposed to feel when that happens. And it's reinforced over and over and over again, where it becomes our habit to believe that that's what it means, and that's how we're supposed to feel. And then it's reenacted over and over and reinforced enough that habit becomes our reaction, where it does not seem like we're making a choice. It just happens so automatically. But we can create new habits around what we want to think about a situation and how we want to feel about a situation. I feel like this is part of the huge message that's coming in here for you. Yeah. Because here's the Hermit card I was talking about, and there's the Lantern. So going inward and finding that path for yourself, independent of the outside world. So this cleaning up of all these expectations and these opinions of the outside world is coming in very strong here as well. Yeah, and here's the Wheel of Fortune, another 10. So this is endings and new beginnings. And the Wheel of Fortune has a wonderful story that Spirit shared with me, which is basically, before you came down here, your higher self, the little star in the lantern there, chose all these things about your life, right? It chose all these fated events it wanted to experience, and it chose you to be its avatar to experience it through. It chose when you were going to be born and when you're going to withdraw completely back to Spirit, and all these fated events that are going to go on throughout your life. And then this, of course, reinforces this message, but within each of those fated events, you still get to choose what it means and how you want to feel, which, when you realize that all these things that come into our life are coming in for us and not happening to us, we switch from this place of victimhood, where it's like being punished, and like I said, life is happening to us, this thing is happening to me, etc., to seeing the power behind that this is happening for me. And then you inquire more about, what did I want to learn through this situation? So you kind of move from this feeling like you're on this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode, to feeling like you're more on a monorail train at Disney World that's attached to the tracks, and it's not going to fly off. It has all its perfectly planned stops, and it's a smooth ride when you realize all this is happening. So this transformation of how you're looking at things continues forward as you're going this way. And then your final card for this is the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, this is brilliant and beautiful. It's about your outside world and how you're relating to it. It's abundance, it's wholeness. All the kings, in addition to this suit that they have, this is the grounding earth energy, they all have air as well, which makes sense with all this mental stuff going on here, that you have that control, that grounding of your thoughts and your mind that's coming in here for this. He also has one of the great pieces of wisdom he comes away with is he discovered that when he was investing his energy in the outside world to define his worth, that he felt unstable. You know, he's experienced all of the pentacle experiences, and one that stands out for you for this reading is the what I call the Four Pentacles, which brings in the stability of your worth. And as he realized that the things in the outside world were unstable, you know, the three places we look for our worth in relationships, situations and circumstances like job, education, social status, that type of situational stuff, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. When he looked at each one of those, he felt unstable because each of those is unstable. Because relationships, people change or they pass away, so they're unstable. Situations never stay the same, so they're unstable. And then, of course, bodies, things, possessions, bank accounts, all of that breaks down, deteriorates, burns down, or is stolen. So that is also unstable. But he found when he turned inward and found his worth, which connected to his higher self, which is rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realms, that of the creator of all things and of all back home from where we come from, that is the foundation, and that is stable, that is eternal, because it's unconditional, no conditions, right? Not one. So you can't lose it, and you can't gain any more of it because you have it already. So there is this strong stability in there versus the outside world, which is unstable and temporary and, you know, conditional. So you can lose it at any second if you don't live up to all those many conditions that are out there. So I love this coming in here for you. So you definitely are moving into this beautiful portal of energy of deciding that you get to choose what every moment means to you, and you're using that wand's power, this fiery energy of yours, to invest it in consciously on what you want to grow in your life, realizing that every moment is of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. Simple choice every moment. It's either one or the other. And you're going to take this in wonderful places over this next year. So I'm excited what you're going to do with this, all you Aries. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to readings like this, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, monthly readings overall for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or subscribe to the channel especially, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am of course very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below this video. All right, mighty Aries, as you go through and step through this amazing Lionsgate portal, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey. I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.